me from the South Cobar Basin this morning is Glen Diemar from Australian Gold and Copper. Glen, morning.
G'day, Andrew. Great to be here. Welcome to Lake Cargelligo, out where there's seagulls and pelicans in the middle of New South Wales.
Great to be reconnecting with you, Glen. And look, big news, big update from you this morning. News of two new discoveries at Archilles and Hilltop. Archilles, firstly, high-grade gold and silver has been intersected here in multiple holes. Just tell us a bit more about the program and the results.
You know, this is this is what you strive for, right? It doesn't happen very often, and thankfully, it's happened to us when the gold price has broken out, the silver price is breaking out, and AGC have got more than $10 million in the bank. It's a really spectacular time to have such a discovery like this. We hit this in our first drill hole at Achilles, and then we came back and we stepped 100 meters north, we stepped 100 meters south, and we hit it in all three holes. So we know it's fairly consistent mineralization, about 30-40 meters thick in downhole width, not true thickness, but we're getting good grades. We're seeing copper, lead, zinc in there as well. It's really exciting. I mean, gold up to 8 grams, silver up to 735 grams, and they're not just headlines. I mean, in each hole is getting sort of 3-4 grams and hundreds of grams of silver, and the intersections look pretty good. So you know, gold is great by itself, but hey, add some silver as well, and it's just a whole nother value driver, right?
Well, look, you've liked what you've seen so much here. The board's approved an immediate follow-up drill program. Just tell us a bit more about what the plan is here.
Yeah, you bet. And that's why I'm here today. I just want to go out there and spend some time with the lads on the rig and see that black dust coming out the top of the cyclone. It's a special time. So yeah, we've approved another 10 holes. We're a couple of holes in. We just keep seeing the same stuff. We're pushing it along very nicely. The rig's working well. It is a big system, and from the geochemistry, the signature essentially that we're seeing here, we are seeing multiple other targets within 1-2 kilometers of each other, and we're looking back at our old data that we drilled here a kilometer north in 2021, and we're seeing targets up there that that we thought we were a bit low grade at the time, but now we know more. I mean, this whole system at the moment looks to be about 1.8 kilometers long. We've got multiple targets along it, and we're cashed up. We don't need to raise. We don't need to dilute shareholders. We're just going to go out there and really give this thing a good shake-up that it deserves. And Andrew, it's the first mineralization of its type in this basin. So Cobar Basin is made up of multiple sort of segments, and no other company has found gold silver like this in this part of the basin, and we've got 80% of it pegged across 120 kilometers of strike. So from our previous releases, the shareholders at home and would know that we've got about 4 other targets up and down the belt with exactly the same signatures, which will be really giving 2024 a really good go.
And tell us a bit more about Hilltop, Glen. You hit mineralization at all holes there.
Yeah. Nothing absolutely smoking high grade, nothing like Achilles, but every hole again hit mineralization. And this is the first time it had ever been drilled again. So this is our sort of signature exploration piece is these soil samples and IPG physics. Nothing fancy, it just works. And we've hit mineralization over 500 meters of strike. We think we're at the top of a system. We got a bit of gold, bit of silver, higher grades of silver than we were actually expecting. And there's actually some historic holes 500 meters north where there was some lead and arsenic in the air core. And so we really think we've got to push this out into the paddock, and we think we could be onto another big system there. I mean, when every hole hits mineralization over 500 meters of strike, well, you've got to go back and try again. So we're excited about Hilltop too, and then we've got all these other targets as well. So, but immediate news flow coming out of Achilles. We're right back in drilling. We're seeing good stuff. So yeah, lots to come.
Well, as you say, so Achilles and Hilltop, these are 2 out of 5 target areas you've got there.
Yep. Absolutely. All using the same methodology all through this belt. And in this stratigraphy, no one's found it before. So it's a whole new search space, which is a bit of a buzzword in for exploration geologists at the moment. So it's a whole new search space, and we're the first mover here.
And in terms of, say, other players active in the South Cobar, any names we might be familiar with?
Metals Acquisition, who just IPO'd on the ASX a couple of months ago. They bought. Yeah, I mean, this is a 150-year mining belt, and the big gold mines here, Australian Metals, that they own, and Metals Acquisition Corp, who bought that off Glencore for $1.1 billion US. It's one of the highest grade copper mines in the world. It is a great jurisdiction for mining. So Metals Ac, they neighbour us. They've got ground immediately north of us, and you know, they're great players to be in the belt with us. So really excited about the future here. And this is a place where you can get mines permitted as well. You know, it's Achilles is about 20 kilometers out of this town of Lake Cargelligo. It's got a great mining community here. You know, we've got rail lines and gas pipelines, and you know, the community's all for it. So it's great.
You're in the right spot. Glenn, always good to catch up with you. Thanks for your time.
Really appreciate it, Andrew. Thanks.